you remember that old Claude's Moon? Where we had both our hands over C chords, our pinky was on middle C, and we played top of the chord, bottom of the chord. Then we brought our hands together. Well, we're going to learn a much more original version of that, Debussy's Clair de Lune. And we're starting using the same idea, but we're going to make 3 changes. Here's the first change. I'm playing an A flat instead of the old A. The second change is that I do a few more of those top, bottoms. Every second one of those patterns. But on the middle one, I'm doing a big top, bottom. Top, bottom. So let's have a look what we've got so far. So 3 changes. Change 1 is, instead of F and A, we play F and A flat. Bring your hand into the piano, don't twist it. But otherwise, we still have that pattern here of 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3. In the olden days, we went down like that, but now every second one of these, we put a top, bottom on there. So on that one, not on this one, but on this one. But the middle one, this one, instead of just doing a normal top bottom, we're going to use a pair of 4th. You can see that in your 5th bar, by the way. Pair of 4th goes from space to line. So A and D, F and A. I would use finger 2 and 5, 1 and 3. Bar 6, same as before. Top, bottom in bar 7. And here is that gorgeous chord. What was it again? It was G sharp and B, D and E. So 3 changes to the old bit. One of them is use an A flat instead of an A. Second one is every second one of that chuk, 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 it's going to have a top, bottom. And the third change is the middle one is going to have a big top, bottom. A and D instead of what you'd expect. A and C, it's going to be A and D, F and A. When you look at the music, don't forget, first thing you do is look for whether there is any sharps or flats in the margin. There's not. It does say 9/8. All you need to know at this stage that means it's got one of those count to 9 feel to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, da, da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Feel to it. And the bottom note is, and we're using 8th notes as its pulse. Count to 9 using 8th notes. And you might also notice that the bottom line is a treble stave. Hence, we are not surprised that there is your treble G. See that? We're used to having a bass stave, but in this case we have 2 treble staves. So your anchor notes now are symmetrical. There is treble G in the bottom line, and you'll spot high G there, laying on top of the treble stave. Pair of 3rds, and there we go down. In the second bar, you'll see that flat. F and A flat, and there's your little pattern. In the 3rd bar, there's that top and the bottom. In the 4th bar, all those little symbols, they're rests. We'll come to that another time. Don't worry about them too much at the moment. Here in the 5th bar, you'll see middle C at the bottom because we've got a treble stave there. So middle C is through the first ledge along below the treble stave. There's that 4th. And here we are straddling middle C. Here in bar 6, the top note of the first pair of 3rds is your treble G. bar 7. There's the same middle C, now it's on top. Bar 8, welcome to the bass stave again. We have our bass F is through the second line where the curly bit of the bass stave is, but these two notes are a pair of thirds, a second up from that bass F. It's going to be G and B. The bottom one has a sharp in front of it. So it's going to be these two at the same time. We're playing D and E as well. You can see two notes, a second above your middle C. They're a bit offset because they don't fit over each other, but you play all four of them at the same time. Make sure you can play it on the piano also without a reading, and make sure you check in with the reading so that you can see how that works as well. Great work.